She did a very, very good job, and I'm grateful for that.
She's always been our queen. She's always been there for us.
Most people had such a high respect for her. Whether they met her or not, they'd still feel great sadness.
She was everybody's queen, wasn't she, really? I mean, I think everybody thought she was going to go on forever, and sadly that wasn't the case.
She was just been there all my life, my mum's life, my daughter's life. You know, I'm really sad that we won't sing God Save the Queen, actually. We're not going to sing it anymore, and it's just really sad.
What did the Queen mean to you personally?
Well, everything. I did 6 years in the forces, in the army, but even if I hadn't, she's our sovereign. Yeah. That's all that counts, really, isn't it?
I think she's everywhere. She's in your nursery rhymes, she's on your money, she's on your passport, she's on your post boxes, and I just feel like she's been the stable thing throughout the 25 years that I've been alive.
I've always been a bit of a royalist, I think, since my dad. So I've always I think actually when Princess Diana died, I came up to the funeral then, and I've always kind of gone to royal events then. She's
been a constant, hasn't she, in your life? And I sort of think, I mean, with politicians, you choose to become a politician, but with the royal family, you're born into it, and some people might say that's privilege, but you've got to think that they give up everything, and they don't get a choice to be a normal person. So, you know, and bear in mind, she wasn't meant to be the Queen. It was only because her uncle abdicated that she became the Queen. So. And she did a very, very good job, and I'm grateful for that.
She's always been our queen. She's always been there for us.
And our mum was a great royalist, so again we wanted to honour our mum, to sort of see her that. Also, she used to drag us up to every royal occasion, every royal marriage, every troop in the colour. Everything.
You'd always be here.
We'd always be here as kids. She even got lost in the crowd once.
Yeah, she will be sadly missed. She had a brilliant full life, and obviously time comes to us all. But she's Elizabeth the Great. There'll never be another one like her. But I do wish King Charles III all the best, and I'm sure he'll make a fantastic king.
She's always been there, hasn't she? You know, since I was born in 1968, she's always been there. So it's just been the way it's always been, basically.
I actually organised the Platinum Jubilee party, and we had 600 people sat down for the tea party, and we had a couple of thousand on the park adjacent to the sea. Live music all day, bands, entertainers. It was a huge event, huge. We had thousands attend. So for me, that was my last thing that I've done for the Queen.
When I was 18, I served the Queen tea.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
how did that come about?
I worked for a Crown catering company, and I went and done it. It was great. It was at Windsor Polo Park. Only the time I've ever seen her, but it's Britain, isn't it?
She was a very, very distinguished individual. She behaved impeccably, and I had the opportunity to meet her once.
And tell me about that. What was it like?
The company I worked for, we won the Queen's Award for Export, and 3 people were allowed to go along to the palace, and my name came out the hat, and I was one of them. And we were all presented to her and had a jolly good drinks party afterwards.
And what was she like when you met her?
It was only very briefly, but she knew everything about, knew the company I worked for, what we did, had a quick chat, and then we went off and met all the other royals. So.
And does that, having met her briefly, does that make the news of her passing hit a bit more? You feel a stronger connection with her, maybe?
Possibly, but I think most people had such a high respect for her. Whether they met her or not, they'd still feel great sadness.
I just think that she's given her life to us, and we should all be a bit grateful. You know, it's a bit of a sad thing, isn't it? I'm not a royalist, but you know, it would be a bit sad if I didn't notice